Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Podcast Network. I am your host, Grant, and we got a great game this evening. It's between the Pittsburgh Penguins and mine and your New York Islanders. I'm just kidding. You probably don't like the Islanders, but they're one of my favorite teams. So, got the jersey, got the hat. I'm all ready for today's game. Big game for both teams. We can talk about that later in terms of the standings and the wild card race in the East. But let's get our spiel done. Puck drop will happen here shortly in about a minute or so. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner. Click the thumbs up button if you're enjoying yourself. I know we just started, but maybe later on. Click the bell icon so you're notified whenever we do go live on the channel. Lots of live watch-alongs like this. Lots of other podcasts. I guarantee you, if you're a fan of hockey, there's a team and a podcast for you on the channel. So check them out. Lots of awesome content here for you. And as always, thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at THPN. Ironically, use the promo code THPN if you sign up for DraftKings. Also, make sure you follow us on the Twitter and Insta at hockeypodnet are the handles. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Akeem is my handle on Twitter. My Instagram and TikTok got banned, so I'm on Twitter right now. So I have to deal with that later. That's another story I can get into later. But I'm just on Twitter because it's so stupid. Dumb. But yeah, I just have Twitter. So we got Nedeljkovic and Ilya Sorokin. Let me get stats up here for you. Puck is down in the beautiful Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've never had the honor of going there. I probably never will unless I'm going to a hockey game, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. There's really nothing in Pittsburgh that's, like, super interesting to me. But yeah, so hope everyone's doing well. Happy, what's today? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. I always forget. I always forget what day it is. That's just how it is. The days just kind of meld into each other, if I'm being quite honest with you. Sweet. Also, get your score predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to win tonight? Islanders, Penguins? Oh, goodness me. I don't know. I could rant about the Islanders for ages. We can discuss the Stadium Series and all that nonsense us Islander fans had to be put through. But, yes. Liam says hi. What's up, Liam? Hope we're doing well. And not going to read that comment because that's spam. Liam says 4-2 Penguins. Penguinos. I'm going to go... Let me fix my monitor here. I'm going to go for a... It's going to be a high scoring. Let's go 5-4 Islanders. I think it's going to be a thriller. That's kind of the motif in the NHL right now. Is just we're having these thrilling games, high-scoring games. So, Jared says hello. My Bruins beat the Stars in a shootout on Monday. Attaboy, Jared. Go Bruins. And then, of course, we have the opposite of a Bruin fan, the Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Brandon says hi. What's up, Brandon? Jared, I'm so happy, right? But my Bruins play the Oilers tomorrow. That should be an easy win for the Bruins. I don't know. Oilers, yeah, they're a good team. They're a good team. But yeah, I mean, I'd give the edge to the Bruins, I think. Brandon says New York Islanders. You're damn right, Brandon. New York Islanders. Islanders and Toronto, we love each other, don't we? Also, brought my old rally towel. This is back from COVID. We all got towels during COVID. Barry and the boys burst the bubble. This was for our 2020 Eastern Conference Final run that we had that year in the Toronto and Edmonton bubble. So that was, I found this in the closet, and I'm like, I'll whip myself in the eye. I can whip it around if they score. Guys, let's get to lineups here shortly. Let's get to lineups. Jared says that stadium series for your Islanders is bad. Yeah, well, let's just, yeah. Let me do lineups, then I'll talk about that. Brandon says the Islanders are going to win. Thank you, Brandon. I think it's going to be 5-4 Islanders. Every time we play the Pittsburgh Penguins in Pittsburgh, it's always like a crazy game. So, I feel like every game is crazy against the Penguins. A la the 2019 playoffs. Let's start with the visitor Islanders. So your first line of Barzal, Horvat, Lee, which is kind of mid. And then Dobson and Romanov, however you say it. Palmieri, Nelson, Enval. And then we got Pulak and Pelech. That's a decent pairing. What's the first D pairing? Dobson, Romanov. Jesus, that's egregious. Good to see Oliver Wahlstrom in the lineup. He's on the third line with Pajot and Simon Holmstrom, which I'm not a big fan of Simon Holmstrom, to be quite honest with you. And then Scott Mayfield, Mike Riley out of the University of Minnesota. Shout out, Mike. And then your fourth line. This fourth line has been around since 500 BC. Cal Clutterbuck, Casey Cizikas, and Matt Martin. And, of course, Ilya Sorokin in net. For the home team, the Pittsburgh Penguins, we got Ricard Raquel, Sidney Crosby, and Brian Rust. Matthew Joseph and Chris Letang on defense. Second line of O'Connor, Malkin, Phillips, and then Pettersson and Carlson on defense. Your third line of Riley Smith, Lars Eller, Puustinen, and then Graves and Ruedel as your third line. Fourth line of Harkins, Carter, and White. And then Alex Nedeljkovic in net for Pittsburgh, who I was a huge fan of. I still am a huge fan of Alex Nedeljkovic. He was on the World Junior team a few years ago. I'm not sure if they won gold or not. Big fan of Nedeljkovic. I was shocked that that Carolina moved away from him. I was shocked that Detroit moved away from him. And apparently he's in Pittsburgh, and I think he's doing all right. He's doing pretty well for himself. Good to see. But yes, those are your lineups. Do we have missing players? So Bertuzzo is out for the Islanders. Hudson Fasching is out with an illness. He's out of the University of Minnesota as well. Noel Chari, concussion. Jake Gensel. I feel like Noel Chari is from Yale University. Someone can check me on that. Jake Gensel out of Nebraska, Omaha. Shout out the... What do they call the Mavericks? I think that's what their team name is in Omaha. Matt Nieto is out with surgery. That sucks. Patrick Waugh, the coach, and Mike Sullivan, head coach of the Penguins. There we go. Standings-wise, this is a big game for both teams. Oh, good save by Sorokin on Crosby. 16-14 left here in the first. Good test for Sorokin early. As you can see, the Detroit Red Wings hold the last wildcard spot with 64 points. So if Islanders win, they're 4 points back of the playoff spot. If the Penguins win, they'd have 57, so they would be 4 plus 3 they'd be 7 points back. So honestly, unless Pittsburgh goes on some insane run, I don't think they're making the playoffs. I'm pretty confident that Pittsburgh is not going to make it. I am same with the Capitals. They're not going to make it. I'll tell you what, I don't think they're making it. And the Islanders have a chance. They have a glimmer. They probably have like a 5% chance, in my opinion. I think it's just the Devils at this point who can challenge the Red Wings. Islanders, Capitals, Penguins, just too inconsistent for me to make it. I think it's going to be Devils and Detroit battling for the last spot. And then Tampa, Philly, Toronto locked in. Everybody above them is, of course, locked in. Jared's Bruins are locked in. So I think that's kind of your playoff picture right now. It's ninth place and up that are in it. Maybe chucking the Islanders on a good day, but it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, I don't think. Just let's talk about that Stadium Series game as well. I need to go on a bit of a rant about that game. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful from a New York Islanders perspective. I mean, I forgot how big of a lead they had. Was it like a 4-1 lead? Something like that in that Stadium Series game. I just need to confirm this because it was a long time ago. Yeah, so we had a 4-1 lead in the second period. And then, the Rangers score twice in the second as well to make it 4-3. Oh, shit. Romanov scores to make it 5-3. And then literally, I'd say the last, 4 minutes of the game? 3 or 4 minutes of the game. You're thinking, okay, we have a 2-goal lead. This team prides itself on defense. We have Ilya Sorokin in net. And just cataclysmic collapse on defense. I mean, granted, there were power play goals, but still, terrible. Just terrible defending. They force it to overtime, and then Dobson, probably with the worst breakout pass I've seen, pass through the middle of the ice. Panarin, picks it up, intercepts it, and then scores within 10 seconds. I mean, just brutal. And Islanders lose 6-5. I mean, it's so frustrating because this team prides itself on defense. We have one of the best goaltenders in the league. We have a head coach in Patrick Waugh who's like, I'm implementing defensive structure to the team. And yet, we're still giving up 5-6 goals a night. It's stupid. Stupid. And at some point, you just got to say the players on the team just aren't good enough. I don't care if you have Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, Mike Bossy, Brian Trottier as your coaching staff. This group of players that's on the Islanders is not good enough to do anything to make the playoffs or to win a Stanley Cup. They're not good enough. And so, it's frustrating as a fan to see because we're basically going to stay status quo and we're not going to be the worst team in the league. So that means we're not going to get a good draft pick. And it's just, terrible. Terrible. But apologies, let's get back to some comments here. Jared says 6-3 for the Islanders. We're in a TV timeout, by the way. Brandon says, I'm subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Brandon. That's amazing. I also have my own channel. I should have said this maybe a bit earlier. Called the Grand Akeem channel, where I do gaming streams like FIFA, Red Dead, GTA, all sorts. I play FIFA. I think I said that already. Also, we do watch-alongs for soccer games on there, too. Very chill environment. Check it out if you want. But like I said, THPN is why we're here. Is what we're here for tonight. So subscribe to the channel. Gaza says 3-2 to the Pittsburgh Prisoners. We're back with the puns. Thank you, Gaza. And then Gaza is a Rangers fan. Yes, he is. Can't believe you guys came back. I can't believe it either, Jared. Gaza says the Rangers, the comeback kings this season in the East. Very true. Oh. But no, I give props to the Rangers. They didn't quit. They held in there, held their own, didn't, get defeated when they were down, found a way to win games. That's all you got to do. But yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. 4-1 lead. Jared says, hey, Bruins are first again. Yes, they are. By a point. This is going to be an interesting race in the Eastern Conference for first. I mean, you got Rangers, Panthers, and Bruins. Like, who do we think is going to finish first? Very hard. It's very hard to say, honestly. I mean, it's hard to bet against the Bruins, but, like, I wouldn't... If Florida's first, I could definitely see that happening. Them first in the East. Yeah, holding leads has been a big thing for the Islanders. They cannot hold leads at all. Couldn't hold a balloon, let alone hold a lead. Couldn't hold a 3-goal lead. Jared says Columbus Blue Jackets fired their GM. Did they, Jared? I didn't hear about that. Oh, my goodness. Well, Columbus, I feel like Columbus has been ass for quite a while, and I haven't seen any improvement. They do have, like, Adam Fantilli. They have another prospect that I forgot who's decent enough, but, like, I thought getting Johnny Gaudreau was a huge mistake. I just thought that was a dumb move on their part because it's not like they're competing for a cup anytime soon, and I didn't think there was a need to get someone of Johnny Gaudreau's ability on the team. I just didn't think that made sense necessarily. I thought it was a waste of money. But, yeah. I think, yeah. Do you know, Jared, who's going to step in? I'm curious. Jared's his favorite soccer team. That would be the Seattle Sounders for MLS. If we're talking Premier League, I'm going to go Manchester United. I'm a basic person like that. I apologize. I just grew up a big fan of Wayne Rooney. And then if we're talking Bundesliga, which is the German soccer league, I'm going to go Borussia Dortmund. I also like Bayern Munich, who have been struggling big time the past week. So, yeah. That's probably how I'd rank them. Sounders, and then Dortmund, Man United, Bayern. Kind of my big four teams I like. But I can't believe MLS is back. Good save by Sorokin. Yeah, the defense for the Islanders is a bit all over the place right now. Sorokin's going to cover it. Exactly 12 minutes left to go. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying about the soccer stuff, but yeah, that's how I'd rank them. MLS, that's right. MLS is starting tomorrow. Messi and Inter Miami are playing tomorrow night. I think they're playing LA. Are they playing LAFC? Real Salt Lake. My apologies. They're playing Real Salt Lake. But yeah, good to see Messi tomorrow if you're interested. Goza says Rangers and Bruins will be top two. The Panthers will be third. I don't know. Those Panthers are pesky. The pesky Panthers. I think I'm going to go Panthers first. Oh, like on cue, Goza. Look at that. On cue. Look, guess who's in first place right now? The Florida Panthers. On cue. That's cool. This is actually the order I think it's going to happen. This is exactly what I was going to say. Panthers, Rangers, and then Bruins. Oh, I mean, I could also see Bruins being second, but I think the Panthers will be first. And then I'll go like this, Rangers and Bruins. That's fine. That's fine. That's hilarious though. That is really funny. That's fine though. And then who's first in the West? Canucks. Oh, it's not giving me the Western Conference. But yeah, it's definitely the Canucks. Oh my gosh, did anybody watch that Canucks game yesterday? I was at that game yesterday. In Minnesota. That was so bad. So bad. If you're a fan of goals, you got 17 of them. But like if you're a fan of like hockey and a purist of hockey, that was an ugly game. That was so ugly. 10-7. 10-7. Oh my goodness. I mean, I play adult hockey on Sunday nights in my free time, and we've never had a game like that. Like, our games are, like, we're a pretty competitive league, so our games are, like, 3-2, 3-1, maybe you get the occasional 5-1 game, but, like, 10-7 in an NHL game. Unreal. Unheard of. Unreal in a bad way. I think that's disgusting. That's just crap goaltending, crap defense. Oh, terrible. I was crying too. Because I thought 5-2 for the Canucks. Like, okay, we got this. Close it out in the third period. And then what? The Wild scored like 5 goals in 5 minutes to start the third period. I'm like, you're joking me. You're absolutely joking me. And then the Canucks made it 8-7. And I'm like, no way. If they tie this in forced overtime at 8-8, I'm going to lose my mind. And then they didn't. And then they got 2 more to make it 10-7. But oh, that was rough. Really, really rough. If you're a Canucks fan, that was rough. But yeah, I'm weird where like I prefer games very low scoring. Like I prefer like a 0-0 game to me is very entertaining versus like a 10-7 game. That's just how I am as a hockey fan. Maybe it's because I played hockey my whole life and I don't know. I just 10-7 game is just like that's like playing Chell. That's a Chell game right there. It's like playing online. Good save by Nedeljkovic here. 9:45 to go in the first. Take another TV timeout. Nothing's really happened this game, don't you worry. I'll keep you updated in case anything happens. And then Jared says the assistant GM is the GM right now. Gotcha. Yeah. Columbus is Columbus. It's going to take them a long time to get back to... were they ever in their glory days? I think their best moment was when they knocked Tampa Bay out in the first round that one year. That was probably their highest moment, but yeah. Goza's asking, Grant, did you watch the Stadium Series game at home or at the stadium? I was at home, Goza. I wish I could have gone. That would have been a grand old time, but no, I was able to catch the end at home because I was busy doing homework. I was able to catch a bit of the end. Of the worst part for me, of course. I missed the points where we had leads and everything. I just saw us losing. But yeah, that was rough. That was... talk about like a terrible week for my team. The Islanders blow that lead, and then literally the next day the Canucks do the same thing to the Wild in a more grandiose fashion. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Jared says Panthers first, Rangers, and then Bruins. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Jared. I'm going to go Panthers. Those pesky Panthers down in Florida, man. Watch out for them. Liam says, I watched that game talking about the Canucks game. That was rough. Really, really rough. Yeah. They're showing the standings on the broadcast right now, and I think this trade deadline is going to be interesting. So the NHL trade deadline is March 5th. I'm very worried at what Lou Lamoriello is going to do with the Islanders. If he decides to add at the deadline, I'm going to be so pissed off. You cannot add to this crap team. You just can't do it. You can't do it. I don't care if you add Mike Bossy in his prime. He ain't going to take this team to the playoffs. Or to the promised land of a Stanley Cup final. I do not care. You have to sell. You have to sell like... This is like a junkyard team. You got to sell half of the crap that's been lying around in rust for the past 5 years. Get it off the lawn. Give it to some other team who wants it. And start the rebuild. He's got to... It's not going to happen. They should have done a rebuild once Barry Trotz came in, but they decided not to. And they're eating their hats right now because they decided not to. Jared says, by Bruins lost Hampus to an undisclosed injury. Oof. Hampus Lindholm. That's rough. That's rough, Jared. Is he going to be good before playoffs? That's what the most important question is. I also saw for the Rangers that Blake Wheeler is out for this regular season, and there's a chance he might come back into the playoffs, which is really sad. But Goza, you watch the Rangers more than I do, so I'm wondering, is Blake Wheeler like that big of an X factor player where him being out is going to make a difference, or is it just like, is that not going to matter at all? I'm curious. I don't know why, but I'm craving some apple juice right now. Maybe during intermission I might snag some apple juice from downstairs. Weird craving to have. Some people crave chocolates and donuts. I crave apple juice as a 24-year-old man. Maybe it's probably I drank apple juice a lot when I was a kid, so that's probably why. Goza says, "Oh dear," and the New York eye losers. Yeah, you're no kidding, Goza. They're the eye losers for sure. That sounds like an iCarly episode. Eye losers, because they always would put the I in front of the episode name, like I saved your life, I psycho, I whatever. If you watched iCarly. Oh, what a save by Ilya Sorokin on Brandon Rust. Amazing. Yeah, Ilya Sorokin's side-to-side movement is so good. If you guys remember last week, we covered Stuart Skinner and how terrible he was side-to-side. Watch Ilya Sorokin here. His side-to-side movement is so just crisp. It's just, yeah. It's elite. He's one of the best in the league right now, easily. No! No! Every time I say something good about like a player or a team or whatever, so the other team scores. Anytime I talk good about my team, the other team scores. I'm just talking about how good Ilya Sorokin is, how great of a goalie he is. I don't know who scored this. '28. Who's 28? Patterson? I don't know who 28 is for Pittsburgh. I don't know Pittsburgh that well. It was Patterson. Yeah, Patterson gets the goal. Terrible. It was a good shot, but like it's just funny. I'm talking about how good Ilya Sorokin is, and then they score. Oh. Oh. Well, 1-0 Pittsburgh. 1-0 It's just that kind of week. That kind of week. What are the shots? I feel like the Islanders have had no shots. 8 to 9 are the shots, but like still, I feel like the Islanders haven't had that many grade A chances. I wish they had XG. Having XG would be nice. Goza says the Columbus blue cheese jacket potatoes. Love it. The Columbus blue. What food starts oh, here's a good one, Goza. The Columbus Le Cordon Bleu. That's a good one. The Columbus Le Cordon Bleu. Jared says they don't know yet. Talking about Hampus. That's unfortunate, Jared. Goza says I would happily trade Wheeler for a decent player or a few draft picks. Yeah, I mean, you wonder if Blake Wheeler was the issue in Winnipeg, because as soon as, Winnipeg trades Wheeler, and was it Pierre-Luc Dubois as well? Look how good Winnipeg is now. So I definitely think getting rid of players can also be an addition to your team. I mean, just think of Islanders get rid of John Tavares, and they have one of their best regular seasons in a long time, finishing second in the Metro the following year. So I definitely think there's something to be said about it. You don't necessarily have to add at the deadline to get better. Sometimes selling is better to get better. That didn't make any sense. Sometimes selling your players at the deadline can be a boost for your team, if you know what I mean. Just in terms of locker room chemistry or whatever. So I wonder if Wheeler's is a locker room cancer. At least in Winnipeg. He must be doing okay in New York. We had a delayed penalty. I think it's on Pittsburgh for holding Wallstrom there. Patterson's going to get the gate. I also have to say that the crowd in Pittsburgh is pretty poor. That I have not noticed them at all today. So, Jared is saying, what jersey am I wearing? I am wearing a New York Islanders regular home jersey with, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, Nick Leddy on the back. I don't know if you could see it. I almost knocked down the controller. That would have been bad. But yeah, Nick Leddy Nicolas Leddy, who I know isn't on the team anymore, but he was my favorite player out of the University of Minnesota. Played youth hockey like 15, 20 minutes away from where I live. Watched him on the Gophers when I was younger. Of course, went to the Islanders. So he went to Chicago, then the Islanders for the majority of his career. Then we traded him to Detroit. Detroit had him for half a season, got traded to the Blues, and that's where he still is now. It's sad because I miss Nick on the team. I think the Islanders could still use someone like Nick Leddy. I know he got lots of hate from Islander fans, but like, hey, the guy can skate. He's one of the best defensemen in the league who can skate. Really, really good skater. He can break the puck out himself. Like, very good player. We don't have anyone on this team that can do that like Nick Leddy could. I thought it was a mistake getting rid of him. I thought it was a mistake also getting rid of Devon Taves. Don't get me started on that train. Do not get me started on the whole Devon Taves thing. I could write a memoir about that situation. Terrible. Absolutely got fleeced by Colorado. I think we got like a second round pick for Devon Taves or something because we need to unload salary or whatever. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting by Lou Lamoriello. That's disgusting. I'm from Ireland. That's disgusting. Well, Islanders to the power play. 5:14 to go here in the first. Still 1-0 Pittsburgh. The Islanders power play is about as useful as a concrete parachute. Or about as useful as, I don't know, a car without wheels. About as useful as a blender without any blades. I'm just making up metaphors. I mean, to be fair, their power play this season, 23.8%, which is 7th in the league. So not terrible, but still could be improved. Jared says February 8th, 2024, Jay Brazo. That's who my Bruins signed. Oh, I never heard of him, Jared. Is he any good? Here's Nelson. Barzal. Puck movement's good. Here's Horvat. Nelson, hit the net. Hit the net, Nelson. Horvat, save, rebound. Barzal's going to grab it. Horvat, Brock, shoot, hit the post. Outside of the post. And Pittsburgh gets it out. Goza says, I have an Islanders home jersey with Tavares on it. Oh no, Goza. Oh no. That's okay. I was never butthurt about the Tavares thing. I totally understood. I was just sad because I miss John. I definitely do miss John on the Islanders. We definitely could use a player of his skill set on this team. But glad he's in Toronto, and I have no issue with it. He wants to play at home, be closer to home. I can't argue against that. Excuse me, a burping. Jared says my Bruins signed Brazo on February 18th, and then this year he played in the ECHL, AHL, and now NHL. He scored his first goal on Monday. That's great, Jared. I love hearing about players who like kind of work their way up through the systems, who like played in the ECHL, AHL, NHL, work their way up that way. I think those are really cool stories. Because, right, you hear a lot of stories like, oh, he straight out of college into the NHL, but I feel like a lot of the cool stories, the more cooler stories for me at least, are guys who like are in the depths of the minor leagues and work their way up to being in the NHL, which is really cool. Casey Zizekis took something off his schnozzle. That's called the nose. The schnoz. Oh, Holmstrom. What an idiot Simon Holmstrom is. What an idiot. He's trying to injure Cizikas. Like Simon Holmstrom tried to injure Casey Cizikas there. He made him bleed. Terrible by Simon Holmstrom there. I just love bashing Holmstrom. I think Simon Holmstrom was taken in the first round. He's like a 13th, 14th overall pick. And we could have had Connor McMichael, Arthur Kaliev. But no, Simon Holmstrom. Psst. Terrible. Thank you, Lou, again. Goes is about as useful as a chocolate teapot, as we say in England, yeah. Tin pot defending. Teapot defending. Then Jared says, I have a Islanders Chara jersey. Wow. Like the old school Islanders jersey, or did you get like a new Adidas one with Chara? What a terrible mistake that was, too. Like, after we lost to Tampa Bay in Game 7, our big offseason move was acquiring Zach Parise and Zdeno Chara. Like, what? What? This terrible. Well, the power play's been killed, by the way. We got a minute 28 left here in the first. Jared said the old one. That's sick. Those old Islander jerseys are very cool. Is it like does it have waves on it, Jared? Kind of like the Fisherman? Or is it a Fisherman? They're playing a Let's Go Crazy right now. A la Prince. Shout out Prince. Let's go crazy. Let's get mad. Take you on the floor. Dropped on the floor. It's all I heard. Are we gonna let the elevator break us down? Oh no, let's go. Let's go crazy. Jared says, yup. Amazing. A Fisherman? Oh, my light went out. ¿Qué te pasa? Oh, wow. There we go. I bumped it. My foot bumped the outlet, so we're good. Last minute play here in the first, by the way. Still 1-0 Pittsburgh. Yeah, pretty, we'll see what happens in the last 40, but my assessment from an Islander perspective is a pretty piss-poor effort. Very boring. Haven't created many chances. Pittsburgh have had a couple chances. They buried one. We'll see if Patrick Waugh can get things going. I'm very disappointed because I thought acquiring Patrick Waugh, the Islanders would have a bit more bite and energy to their game, getting a new head coach. But, like, there hasn't been. Like, we haven't gotten the new head coach bump that every other team got when they added a new head coach. So, it's disappointing. I think you gotta look to the players. Like I said before, this is a player issue. You could add any coach you want to this team, and the players just aren't going to give it their full 100. And the players just aren't good enough as well. Look out! You gotta shoot it! Saved by Sorokin. And that will do it for the first. Yeah, like I was saying, bad period for the Islanders. Jared says, yeah, it's the Fisherman Charles jersey. That's sick. I have one Fisherman jersey. But it's like a Fanatics one. From like, 6 years ago now. And, yeah, it's just a blank. But we can talk more about the Fanatics deal in the second period, because I have lots of concerns about the Fanatics deal that, for next season, because the NHL is going to have jerseys made by Fanatics, so... And I feel like Major League Baseball's jersey quality have gone down as well, so we can talk more about that later. This is I do have the old alternate Adidas jersey with Tavares on it, and the Adidas Reverse Retro 1 jersey with Barzal on it. That's awesome. Yeah, I have the alternate jersey. I have this one. And then I have a white away Reebok jersey. All the Adidas Islander jerseys I have Nick Leddy on them. The white Reebok one I have, it has Anders Lee on it before he was captain. I actually got that at the NHL store in New York when I visited New York back in high school. I have the Islanders Brooklyn jerseys with Nick Leddy on the back, which I think are sick. I know people hated them, but the New York Islander Brooklyn Nets inspired jerseys are very cool. I have that one, and then I have that blank fisherman. I think that's everything that I have for the Islanders. Get rid of this. Well, all right, everybody. That was the first period. We can take a little break here, stretch the legs, get some snacks, prepare for the second period. Hopefully, it's much more thrilling than that first period because that was kind of a stinker, but that's okay. But thank you everybody for watching. If you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner. Click the bell icon to notify whenever the channel does go live. Smash the like button as well. Make sure you follow us on Insta and Twitter at hockeypodnet. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Grant Akeem. If you want to make a donation, help support the channel, you can do that through the live chat, and then use promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. We'll take about, I don't know, how long our breaks? Like 10 minutes now? Won't be too long. About a 10-minute break, and we'll be back for, yeah, about 12 minutes. 10, 12 minutes, and we'll be back for the start of the second. We'll see you then. Hello, everybody. We're back for the start of the second period. Jaromir Jagr is in the house. Amazing. He's looking good. How old is Jaromir Jagr? He's got to be like almost 50 now, if not 50. He's got to be old. I saw for warm-ups one day all the Penguins players were wearing Jaromir Jagr like headpieces, which I thought was funny. But yes, we're back for the second. It's still 1-0 Pittsburgh. Let me get the stats on the right. There we go. Magic in these fingers. One button, one click, and we got stats. But yeah, hopefully the Islanders can pick it up in the second here. It was pretty boring, which is typical. I feel like whenever I watch an Islanders game, it's very boring, and they never win. I feel like that's kind of my luck with watching the Islanders. Because I only watch maybe a handful of games at this point of my life. I'm just busy with work and school, so every time I do watch them or watch Vancouver, it sometimes doesn't go that well. But I will say, we watched Vancouver, I think, last week, and they did win. They beat Detroit, which is great to see. But yeah, that game yesterday was a joke. That was ridiculous. Goza says 52. That is your Adidas size, Goza. Am I right? 52. I also have 52 jerseys. This one's a size 50. I hover between 50 and 52. Sometimes I like the fit of a 50. Sometimes I like the fit of a 52. This depends how I'm vibing, I guess, when I get a jersey. But everybody, if someone lives in Pittsburgh, what is going on in Pittsburgh? There's like barely any fans. I feel like the Laurel Bowl isn't that packed. And they've been dead all night. Like, they're not saying anything. There's no chants. I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh. It's like morgue. The Pittsburgh morgue. Glove saved by Semyon Varlamov, but he's on the bench. Oh, Goza, he's 52 years old. That makes sense. Well, 52 is an Adidas size, so I thought it was 52. Okay, Jagr's 52. Gotcha. Yeah, good awareness by Semyon Varlamov on the bench to snag that with his glove. Yeah, it's so dumb that we have Sorokin and Varlamov. Like, I thought we should have ditched Varlamov last trade deadline last year to a team like Buffalo or somebody else. Edmonton. Easily could get a first rounder for Varlamov, but nope. We need two starters on our team that take up like $10 million in cap. Thank you, Lou. There's Anders Lee. Some people call him Average Anders. I like that nickname, Average Anders Lee. It's a good one. But yes, as always, thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at THPN. Use the promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. And follow us on the Twitter and Insta at hockeypodnet. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Hakeem is my handle. Check it out if you want. Twitter. I do my best to stay on social media. I'm not great at it, but I'm not a big fan of social media to begin with, but ironically speaking, since I do YouTube and I have my own YouTube channel, but I wish I didn't have to deal with social media, but that's just how the world is right now. God, this Tate McRae. Anyone else at home annoyed with this Tate McRae song that they keep playing at the NHL arenas? Oh my goodness me. She performed it at the NHL All-Star game. Terrible. Like, I cannot stand that song. Cannot stand it. Oh my goodness. Not my jam. Not my style of music. I'm more into like rock music, some pop, some rap, EDM stuff maybe. I'd say like my hardcore genre music that I like 9 out of 10 will like is like that indie rock kind of vibe. Like I've always liked that kind of music. I always listen to like Sirius XMU if you have Sirius XM radio. I don't know if they have that in Canada. I assume you guys do, right? Sirius XM. Maybe not. Maybe it's just America. But yeah, Sirius XMU plays like indie rock music, that's definitely my jam. Like 9 times out of 10, I could turn on indie. I could turn on any indie rock like radio station, and I'm probably gonna like it. So, but yes, one thing I will say: shout out Vampire Weekend. They released some new music. If you're, oh, it's in. As I mentioned, Vampire Weekend. Brock Nelson scores. Yeah, piss off everyone on the Islanders. I'm gonna do it myself, says Brock Nelson. Screw you guys. 1-1 a game. Let's go. He's on fire. Brock Nelson is on fire. Brock Nelson's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Brock Nelson's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Brock Nelson's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Great backhand. Little toe drag to the backhand. Flips it past the blocker of Nedeljkovic. He's moving from his right to left. Very tough for a goalie to get. And it's 1-1. And we got a game now. We got a game. But yeah, check out Vampire Weekend's new songs. Love it. Very good. If you're into that kind of music. Maybe you're not. Ooh, good save by Ilya. Also, wearing the beanie with the headphones is weird because it's like my ears are covered by the beanie. So it's like it's slipping. We're doing my best. We have a hooking call on Matthew Barzal. Pittsburgh back on the power play. Back on the power play. I believe it's their first one of the day. It is their first one of the day. Yeah, Barzal's stick got caught in the armpit of Raquel. Yeah. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Pumping, yeah, bumping, yeah. Good job, Mayfield. So yeah, I said this game was going to be high scoring. I kind of want to change that. I said 5-4. I think it'll be 3-2 Islanders still. I'll go Islanders still. Oh! Who fell? Phillips fell. He's check the blades, Phillips. Oh, you have Genny Malkin. Yeah, at what point, if you're a Pittsburgh Penguins general manager, do you say we gotta blow this up? You gotta get rid of Crosby. You gotta get rid of Malkin. Get rid of Letang. It's over. The run's over. You got your cups. At what point do you say we gotta move on and rebuild this team? Because it's 2 seasons in a row now. 2 seasons in a row, not good enough. Same with the Capitals. I think it's their time to move on and do a kind of a rebuild. Here's Crosby. Oh, almost too many men. Phillips went to the bench. Everybody's yelling shoot. It's so typical, like, NHL fans to say shoot. They feel like they always do that. 5 seconds left. That'll do it for the power play for Pittsburgh. Oh, there's Barzal! Breakaway! Barzal! Matthew Barzal makes it 2-1. Right out of the penalty box. Yes. 17th of the year for Matty B. You can't start... Oh, I gotta bring this back. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. Barzal is for hire. Oh, we were just dancing in the dark. Matthew Barzal makes it 2-1. What a shot, too. Great shot. High glove on Nedeljkovic. You can't do anything about that if you're a goalie. Perfectly placed. Ilya's going to cover 13:15 left, and I think we'll take a TV timeout because I love commercials. Let's take a look at some out-of-town scores. Haven't done that in a little bit. We got lots of games going on today on this beautiful Tuesday, February the 20th. I can't believe February's almost done. Unbelievable. And don't forget, it is a leap year, so we have an extra day. We go to February 29th. Why that is, I have no idea. Maybe someone in the live chat or comment section of the video can explain why on some years we only have 28 days. Why is there a 29th day? It just seems like a nonsense thing that we do as humans, but I digress. It's kind of like daylight savings. I've never understood daylight savings. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid when we go from when we spring ahead and we lose an hour. I think that's stupid, but I love it when we gain an hour. I think that's fantastic. When it's like, it's late night, and instead of going from like 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., I think is the cutoff, it goes back to like 1 a.m. It's like, oh, great, we get another hour. Wish it was like that all the time. Get an extra hour back every day. That'd be brilliant. But out-of-town scores, so we got the Florida Panthers, the team that I think is going to finish first in the East. They're leading 1-0. I'm such in a soccer brain. I almost said 1-0 again. Why not? 1-0 Florida Panthers over the Ottawa Senators into the second period, halfway through. The Rangers, 1-0 over the Dallas Stars, middle of the second period. Our game is 2-1 for the Islanders, or the Island was, if you're a child. Capitals, 2-1 leaders over the Devils, halfway through the second. Jets and Wild are scoreless in the first. That game just started. And then we got the Canucks and Colorado game at 9 p.m. Eastern, in Colorado. Vancouver looking to bounce back after the horrendous blunder that was that third period for Vancouver. Horrendous. And then we got Nashville, Vegas at 10 p.m. Eastern, and then Columbus and LA at 10:30 Eastern. Kind of not so great games. Columbus sucks, LA sucks, Nashville sucks, and then Vegas is good. So, nothing too exciting tonight. No box office games, in my opinion. I think Vancouver, Colorado should be a cracker. Should be a cracker, if I do say so myself. Should be a cracker. And then don't forget, I'm back on the channel. Might as well say this now. Thursday, Islanders and Blues, 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, back here on the channel for another watch-along for the Islanders. Should be a fun one. Covering the Islanders this week. Had to. Oh, man. I was exhausted today. One of them days for me. I had a busy day yesterday. I did so much stuff yesterday. Oh, I got this shit tangled. There we go. In my time, thought that I would see. Each generation makes its own apology. That new song stuck in my head, Vampire Weekend song. But in my time, you taught me how to see. Each generation makes its own apology. It's a good one. Oh. I think the bright spot for the Islanders is the PK. I feel like they've gotten a lot of shorthanded goals this year. And Simon Holmstrom has scored quite a bit of shorties for whatever reason. There we go. I hear the fans a bit now. I hear the fans a little bit. Let's go, Pens. Other than that, they've been dead silent all night. Ooh. Yeah, lawn change in the seconds. The Islanders kind of trapped here in their own zone. I'm not liking this. Good poke, Pelech. Go, Pelech! Oh. If Adam Pelech was on a breakaway there, I don't think I've ever seen Adam Pelech on a breakaway, so that would have been fun to see. Here's Brock. Cross ice. Back for Brock. Saved by Nedeljkovic. Mike Riley. Mike Riley's had a pretty good game, in my opinion. He's done really well. Someone's got to get back on defense. What are we doing? But we might have a delayed penalty on Pittsburgh. We had Mike Riley and Scott Mayfield in the offensive zone, like at the hash marks. We had no one back, but good thing there was a delayed penalty. And Islanders are going to the power play for the second time today. Hopefully it's a lot better than that first chance. Oh, time to stretch. Commercial break. Time to stretch, everybody. Get on your feet. Get on your feet. Get up and make it happen. A la Parks and Rec. Stretch it out. I'm very sore. I had my own hockey game on Sunday. I did a hard workout yesterday. I'm very sore. Especially my hip region. Everything's tight. Oof. Gotta get a massage. I gotta make an appointment. Got the day off of work tomorrow, so I might head to the masseuse tomorrow. Or I have, like, foam rollers. I might just do that tonight or something. Keep it chill tonight. They get to GNC. Stop drinking the same goddamn boring-ass protein. Because who wants that? No one wants to drink that boring-ass protein. Yeah, bust it out. Speaking of soccer, do Bayern Munich play today or tomorrow? I think they played. Oh, they don't play till Saturday. Okay, that's good. That's good. They need a break. But yeah, if you don't keep track of international soccer, look at what's going on with Bayern Munich. It's crazy. They're in shambles right now. Terrible. More content like that's on my YouTube channel. I talk about Bundesliga and soccer and stuff, but that's crazy. And I can't believe MLS is starting again. Unbelievable. Feels like it just ended. But here we go. Islanders back on the power play here. We got a minute 50 left on it. 8:40 left in the second. It's been a very typical Islanders game. Very boring. They've gotten goals on their chances. Here's Barzy. Horvat! Ooh, good blocker. That was a great blocker. Oh, Sean. Sean. Aslanders. Sean, you're killing me, Sean. They are ass, though. They are. Truly are. I'll admit it. They're not great. However, I think they're going to do enough tonight to get a win. My concern is if they win tonight and are maybe like a 4 points back of a playoff spot, my concern is that Lou Lamoriello is going to think, oh, we're only a couple places out of a playoff spot. Let's add at the deadline. Get rid of more assets, get rid of more draft picks, and acquire these like 30-plus-year-old players. And it's just like, why? Pointless cause. It's for a pointless cause. His team ain't doing anything. That's my worry. Here's Barzal. Horvat, Nelson, good save by Nedeljkovic. Great save by Alex. I love his like club penguin thing he's got on the side of his mask too, Alex Nedeljkovic. But yeah, Brock didn't get really all of that, did he? In the slots here. Dipsy dueling by Barzal. I think that was Bo Horvat who made the pass and found Brock in the slot, and he just didn't really get all of it on. Shots, by the way, 24-14. Very impressive. I didn't think we had that many shots, to be honest. Oh! Oh, no! I know I should be happy because the Islanders scored, but the goaltender inside of me is saying, no, avert your eyes if you play goalie. That's a terrible play by Nedeljkovic. I feel bad for him. Oh, no. What happened here? What happened here for Nedeljkovic? That's just unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Took a weird bounce off the end boards. Nedeljkovic didn't know where it was. And to be fair, that's on Nedeljkovic for not being more aware of where the puck is. But at the same time, it's just a fluky play. That is frustrating. Oh my goodness me. But hey, it's 3-1 for the Islanders, which is great. But I'm a goaltender myself, and that I feel for him there. That's a tough one. I've definitely had my fair share of weird plays like that. So I can definitely understand Nedeljkovic's frustration there. Oh, that's hard to celebrate too as a fan. That's hard to celebrate, at least for me. Well, what a period so far. Let's recap you this period for the Islanders. 3 goals in it. Brock Nelson got us going. Pulak and Pelech with the assist. Barzal got the second goal right off the right as soon as he got out of the box. He got fed the puck and scored on the breakaway. Pulak and Ilya Sorokin got an assist. Look at that. You don't see that too often. And then Simon Holmstrom got that kind of fluker goal there. Typical Simon Holmstrom goal. Really took no effort. That's usually how Holmstrom scores his goals. No, I kid. Holmstrom's had some nice goals this year. He's had some snipes. 13th of the year for Simon. I love this rag towel, by the way. Very nice. Burst the bubble. Barry and the boys burst the bubble. I have another one from the year before that that's orange. I gotta find that somewhere. Shots 11-1 in the second. That's crazy. Here's Pajot. I have not seen Wahlstrom do a whole lot today. He's a player that I was very big on, Oliver Wahlstrom. I was like, he needs to have a breakout season this year. Otherwise, I might think about trading him because he's been kind of a dud. But I don't think Barry necessarily gave him the best chance to succeed. I don't think Lambert gave him the best chance to succeed. He's on the third line tonight, which is not necessarily, he's not with good players, Pajot and Holmstrom. Like, I'd rather see Wahlstrom with like the top line, but yeah, a bit unfortunate. I thought he was going to turn out to be a lot better than what he is. Unreal shot. The kid has an unreal shot. He was electric in the World Juniors. And just unfortunate. I feel like that always happens with the Islanders. We draft these players, and sometimes, more times than not, they kind of turn out busts. Like Michael Dalcole was a bust. He was like a top 10 pick, I think, and he was a bust. It's not Dobson. Why Dobson? No, Dobson's been great. I meant Bellows and Wahlstrom. We picked them. I believe we picked them in the same draft. Someone at home can correct me if I'm wrong. But we picked Bellows and Wahlstrom, and I'm like, that's great. Kiefer Bellows has done great things at Boston U. World Juniors, he was great. This will be awesome. And then Oliver Wahlstrom, same thing, out of the development team. He's going to be electric. And they really, Bellows just never really got going for the Islanders. I thought he had a good little stretch on the first line, and then Barry took him off of it for whatever reason. But this commercial. But yeah, I do feel bad for Kiefer. I feel like he never got a real chance. And I think he's with the Marlies now in Toronto. The Toronto Marlies. So, shout out to Kiefer. Hope he's doing okay. I think Wahlstrom is going to end up on another team at some point, probably. If not in the minors somewhere, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Wahlstrom's future is. I don't know what his stats are, really, to be honest. I don't think he's ever really had a good season. Yeah, 11th overall pick. So yeah, with the Islanders, his best season with the Islanders was in 2021-2022. 73 games played, 13 goals, 11 assists for 24 points. The following year, he only got 16 points, and then this year, he only has 6 points. So, not ideal for Oliver Wahlstrom at all. Yeah, like I said, great junior player, but just hasn't really figured it out in at the NHL level. I gotta show you this stat as well. He played at Shattuck St. Mary's in 2014 and 15. The 14U AAA hockey team he played for. 65 games played, 68 goals, 46 assists, which totals 114 points. This kid had 114 points at Shattuck St. Mary's when he was 14. Sorry, when he was probably 13. And then in 2012-2013, he played for the New England Junior Falcons, which is a 14U AA team, which is in New England. 72 games played, 67 goals, 52 assists for 119 points. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. And then with the national development team, U18 team in 17 and 18, 62 games played, 48 goals, 46 assists for 94 points. So yeah, basically ever since his junior days, we have not seen really that production really show at the NHL level. We haven't seen it, which is unfortunate because he has all the skill set in the world. I think it just comes down to he needs good players around him. So, and the Islanders don't really have that unless he plays on the first line with Barzal and Horvat. And look, to be fair, I'd rather see Wahlstrom in that spot with Barzal and Horvat than Anders Lee. I think, and they score. Pittsburgh scores. Is it Lars Eller? Lars Eller got a piece of it. It's 3-2. Islanders still. I think it took a deflection. But to finish my thought quickly, I would rather see Oliver Wahlstrom on the first line with Barzal and Horvat than Anders Lee. Anders Lee should be a third-line player. But a little wrist shot, and it just took a deflection in. Lars Eller with the shot. It goes off Adam Pelech. You bloody Pratt, Adam. Get out of the bloody way. Sorokin is saving that all day. He tried to block it like an idiot. And it's 3-2. Terrible by Adam. Look out, though. Patrick Waugh might be challenging the play here. The referee's going to announce something. I wonder if it's offsides. Oh, we're challenging for a hand pass. Well, we got to take a look at this replay, everybody. You be the judge at home. Is this a hand pass? You have to let me know. I didn't see a hand pass, but Patrick Waugh did. They're looking at the iPad now. I think it's comical that these guys are making this decision off a, 18-inch iPad. But here we go. I need to see the replay again. Yeah, what? Yeah, that's not a hand pass. That's not a hand pass. And Vol touched it. That's not a hand pass. So the Penguin player batted with his hand. Enval then batted the puck, which negates the hand pass, and then Pittsburgh player grabbed it. So that's not a hand pass. That's a very stupid decision by Patrick Waugh. Clearly not a hand pass. Dumbass. Dumbass. Patrick Waugh, you're a dumbass. Absolute dumbass, Patrick Waugh. Why would you challenge that? Now, that's a delay of game. Pittsburgh to the power play now. Stupid, stupid, stupid by Patrick Waugh there. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, isn't it? My Irish accent is back. That's disgusting from Patrick Waugh there. Terrible. What an idiot. Idiot. Look at this. This is not hand pass. What's he doing? Does he not know the rules of hand pass? Oh my gosh. Yeah, the people on the Islanders broadcast are a bunch of softies. They're not calling out Patrick Waugh for being an idiot here. If I was a broadcaster for the Islanders, I'd be an idiot. I wouldn't be an idiot. I'd call him an idiot. I'd be all over Patrick Waugh. Stupid. Wow, so 3:25 to go in the second. A 3-2 lead for the Islanders. Now Pittsburgh to the power play because of Patrick Waugh's decision to challenge a play that should not have been challenged. And here we go again. Can Islanders, will they lose another lead again? 3-1 lead, they're cruising, and then they self-destruct in a matter of moments. Will it happen again? Jared says, hey, the Islanders are winning. It won't be for long, Jared. I have a feeling it won't be for long. And then Donnell says, what's up, sir? Didn't know you would do the stream, and you're wearing the Islanders jersey in Adidas. Yes, I am, Donnell. The classic comb and a Nicoletti jersey. I would say 9 times out of 10, if there's an Islanders game on this channel, I'll do it because huge Islanders fan. Even though I bash the team a lot, I love the team. I bash them out of love. I love the team. That's why I bash them. Oh, Brian Rust. Great save by Sorokin. This is a terrible PK so far. Here's Eric Carlson. Raquel, Rust, Carlson. The one-touch passing is immaculate. Raquel to Carlson. Back for Raquel. Back for Carlson. Down low for Rust. And the puck goes out of play. Yeah, it's still weird for me seeing Eric Carlson in Pittsburgh. I don't know if I've adjusted to that yet. Jared says, my Bruins gave up 45 shots on Monday versus the Stars. I think that's how hockey is right now. Hockey's turned into less defensive play and more about offense. That's the direction hockey's going to. Hockey's gonna turn into like beer league scores. Like 10-7, like we saw yesterday, that's going to be the new norm in like 100 years in this league. Full strength of the Islanders. They killed it off. Couldn't clear it out, though. Shot. Save by Ilya. Good save by Sorokin. Another chance. Gets blocked by Romanov. Here's Cizikas. Chip it down. Last minute to go here in the second. Si Hua says hello. Hello, Si Hua. Your brother, Patrick Waugh, just made a terrible decision, Si Hua, and challenged the play. Luckily, it didn't cost the Islanders there, but I don't know why he challenged it. I'd love to watch his post-game presser and see his reasoning for doing so, because clearly there was no hand pass. Mike Riley is a dumbass and takes another penalty. And with 32.1 to go, Islanders back on the PK, Pittsburgh back on the power play. And I've seen this script over and over and over and over again by this team and the Canucks yesterday. I don't think this lead's going to last long, Jared, or who commented that. Who commented that? Jared, yes, Islanders are winning. I don't think it's going to last that long, Jared. Yeah, Brian Rust, you got to be careful there. He almost sliced Ilya's neck. Oh, here we go. Turn down for what? Here's Raquel. Down low for Rust. Carlson. It's fun watching Ilya in his nets. Great save. See how calm Ilya was there. If you're a goalie at home, very calm, remained in his RVH, slid post to post. Very good play by Ilya there. Piss off, whoever that's trying to get piss off. It was my calendar alert. But yeah, whenever I go to a game in person, I always watch the goalies whenever the puck's in their zone. Especially if it's like Ilya or Shesterkin. They're just so good down low on the ice like that. And their butterflies or RVH when they're on a post. It's just great to watch. Yeah, very calm and composed. 3 seconds left. Shot. Save again by Sorokin. 0.9 to go. Si Hua said it's pronounced C-R-O-I. Roy. C. Roy. Gotcha. C. Roy says, and I'm not brothers with the Islanders coach. It was a joke, C. Roy. I was joking, of course. It was a joke. That's it. So, end of the second. You have Evgeny Malkin doing Malkin things and being a pesky little shit. Oh, yeah, look at Malkin. Biggest crybaby is Evgeny Malkin, isn't he? What a crybaby he is. Well, that'll do it for the second. We'll take a break here. That second period was great for the Islanders. They got 3 goals to kick it off. 3-1 lead. Had all the momentum in the world. So Brock Nelson got us going. 340 assisted by Pulak and Pelech. Barzal out of the box scored at 6:37. Assisted by Pulak and Ilya Sorokin. That's correct. Ilya Sorokin does have an assist. Then Simon Holmstrom scored a fluky goal at 13:15 to make it 3-1. Game was in hand. They were controlling everything. And then Lars Eller scored to make it 2-3 at 16:35. Ruedel and Graves with the assists. Delay of game penalty by Patrick Roy because he's an idiot. And then Mike Riley with a tripping call. Pittsburgh will remain on the power play for the start of the third. But the tide has shifted. This game was in control for the Islanders. Now it's shifted to Pittsburgh into the third period. And I have a very strong feeling this is going to end with Pittsburgh winning. I have a very strong feeling. And blame the Islanders for my pessimism right now. Because this is what's happened all season long. They can't hold on to leads. It's terrible. C. Roy says that's fine. Yes, I was just joking, of course. We joke around here. Yes. But thank you everybody for watching. If you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner. Follow us on Twitter and Insta at hockeypodnet. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Akeem is my handle. As always, thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at THPN. Use the promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. And then also, don't forget to smash the like button and click the bell icon so you're notified whenever we do go live on the channel. Also, if you want to check out anything I do on YouTube, Grant Akeem YouTube channel, check it out. Very chill place. I do gaming streams. I, do watch-alongs as well. Very chill. Check it out if you want. We'll take a break for about 10 minutes, and we'll be back for the start of the third period. We'll see you then. Hello, everybody. We're back for the start of the third period. 2-3 for the Islanders. And reminder, the Pittsburgh Penguins will start the period on a power play. Let's listen here quick. I'll explain why. Okay, that was a bullshit explanation. Thank you for that, Brendan. Didn't really learn any new information about that challenge for Patrick Waugh and the Islanders. It was still a hand pass. Pointless. Very pointless. Thank you, Brendan, for that. There are stats. Penalty kill percentage versus league average. Wow. Our PK is 70% and the league average is 79, which is apparently third worst overall in NHL history. Differential. So, yeah. Patrick Waugh, I guess, was not the answer for the Islanders. There we go. One more period to go. Puck is down. Jordan says, sup, and what's the score? It is 3-2 for the New York Islanders, Jordan. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget, if you are new, subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, to the Hockey Podcast Network on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at hockeypodnet. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grand Akeem is my handle. Don't forget, use promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings as well. And thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at THPN. Also, smash the like button and click the bell icon so you're notified whenever the channel does go live. And if you want to help support the channel with a donation, you can do that through the live chat. Casey's Ezekias is heading down the tunnel. I wonder what happened there. Second time today, he's heading down the tunnel. I hope he's doing okay. But yeah, so far so good on this PK. 24 seconds left on it. Good job by Bo. And they chip it down. Yeah, my prediction for this game, how it's going to end, I think Pittsburgh is going to tie it up and win it. Oh. Shot in the mask of Ilya. Made the save. Penalty has been killed, by the way. Here's Letang with it. Yeah, still, it's like the... There we go. Sorokin's going to cover it. It's like the little overdraft of the PK when you can't clear it out. Well, there we go. 3-2 still. I still think Pittsburgh's going to tie because the Islanders can't hold a beach ball, let alone a lead in a game. So I think Pittsburgh's going to come back into it. Unless Ilya Sorokin bails us out again, which he obviously could. And he's played spectacular tonight. I think Ilya has been great. Oh, here's Patterson down low. Look out. Couldn't get it to go. Patterson. He has it again. Shot blocked. Go, Brock. Beat the icing, Brock. There we go. No icing. But yeah, how do we think this game's going to end, people? Do you trust the New York Islanders defense and Sorokin to hold on to this lead? I say if you're Pittsburgh, this is a massive game if you're Pittsburgh standings wise, because like if you look at the standings, they have to win this game. Like this is a 4-point game. They're chasing the Islanders. They're chasing Detroit. If you lose this game, the mountain is very, very high. Instead of climbing Mount Fuji, you're climbing Mount Everest to make the postseason. And at that point, I'm just like, sell. Your sellers at the deadline, Pittsburgh. No reason to go for it. Get a better draft pick. That's what I would do. Also for the Islanders too, if they lose this game, then it's like they're losing ground on Detroit. So yeah, big game. We should see a push by Pittsburgh here because season not necessarily on the line. There's lots of season left, but when you're playing a game against a team you're chasing, you got to get some points in it. Even take the OT loss. Oh, Wallstrom hit the post. Romanov to Pulak. Back for Romanov. Chips it down low. And Pittsburgh is going to get it out. Live standings. Oh, I see. We have live standings and then regular standings. Hasn't that fan-dandy doodle? And New Jersey's losing. New Jersey. What are you doing, New Jersey? Why are you losing? Oh, New Jersey has not been consistent enough for me. Yeah, they're losing to Washington 3-1 right now. Winnipeg's got a 2-0 lead over Minnesota. Vancouver scoreless. That's good to see. We don't want it. Well, the game just started, so we don't know. It could be another 10-7 game in Colorado. We don't know. For Vancouver. But yeah, I'm very disappointed in New Jersey this year. Like, what? Offsides. Really good season last year, and then this year, relatively the same team, and just has not clicked at all. Which makes you wonder, is New Jersey back, or was last season a fluke? I don't know. That's for you to decide at home. And yes, I always say it New Jersey like that. New Jersey. I always say it like that. I really want to visit New Jersey. I've never been. I've only been to Manhattan and Brooklyn and Queens, and I think that's it. I have not been to Staten Island. I'd love to go. I haven't been to Long Island either. Yeah, definitely Manhattan and Brooklyn are the only, and Queens are the boroughs that I've been to. I have not been to Staten Island or Long Island. But yeah, New Jersey is a place I really want to go to. Says no one ever, but I would be cool to visit there once if I was in. If I ever go to New York again, I'll make sure to spend a day in New Jersey and check it out. Because I've never had the honor of doing so. New Jersey gets lots of shit, but I don't quite understand it. If you live in the tri-state area, maybe you can tell me, but I don't get why New Jersey gets so much hate. Puck is just stuck along the end boards here. Average Anders slips on his ass. Doing nothing. He's still on his ass. He's just sliding over the puck like a slithering snail. Puck kindly comes free. Good save by Sorokin. And Lee will finally clear it out. And it will be icing with 13:55 to go. But yes, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's been fun. Happy Tuesday. It's been a great Tuesday for me. Busy Tuesday. It's been a tiring Tuesday. I'm just exhausted. Accumulation of this weekend and yesterday. I was very busy. So I'm paying the dividends today. I slept in a lot. I'm very tired and sleepy. I'm going to try to get to bed at a decent time tonight because I stayed up late yesterday. I was up till like 2 a.m. Not smart. No, I don't advise you to do that. I don't know. I just had a hard time falling asleep yesterday. I just couldn't wind down. Sometimes to wind down, I like listening to music. Helps me calm down. Nice. Turn on the indie rock. Calm down. Depending what's on. Some indie rock's intense. But yeah, Capricorn Vampire Weekend. Very chill song. I like it. O'Connor. Good job by Mayfield. I don't know. I said Islanders were going to blow it, but it seems like defensively they're holding their shape. They're doing pretty well. I think I might give the Islanders the edge here. I think they might get this done today. We got 12:51. We'll take a TV timeout. I don't know. They look decent this period. I might give them the edge here in this period. They've done well. Oh, Wallstrom, that was close. Under the glove of Alex Nedeljkovic, and it just went wide, post and wide. Jalen is asking, has Sidney gotten any assists yet? He has not. Because Raquel and Carlson got the assist for Pettersson's goal, and then Ruedel and Graves got the assist for Eller's goal. So nope, Jalen, Sidney Crosby has not gotten an assist today. Out of town scores. Let's run it back again. The Florida Panthers and Ottawa Senators 2-2 game. 10:50 to go in the third period. I'm going to go Florida in that game. I think they'll win it. Then we got the Dallas Stars and the New York Rangers. The Rangers out of New York. 12:47 to go in the third. It's 2-1 lead for the Rangers. That'd be a big win for them if they can beat Dallas. Dallas is a very good team. I think the Rangers will close that out. Our game, 3-2. Island was 3-2 lead over Pittsburgh. I think Islanders are going to close it out. New Jersey is losing to Washington 3-1. 11:19 left in the third. I'm going to give that to Washington. They'll close it out. Winnipeg. Wow, cue the thrashing of the Minnesota Wild. 10 goals given up for the Wild in 2 games so far. 3-0 lead over Minnesota for Winnipeg. 14:58 to go. Go Winnipeg. I love me some Winnipeg. Vancouver in the first, 14:28. Still scoreless for Vancouver, which is good to see. I'm assuming Thatcher's in net, unlike Casey DeSmith yesterday. Horrid numbers for Casey DeSmith. He just wants to forget about that one. Yeah, Demko's in. That's good. Very good. Probably smart. You want to play, your starting goalie against the better team in Colorado versus, let the backup play the Wild or whatever, the worser team. Smart choice by Rick Tocchet there. And then we had a couple more games later on today. Nashville and Vegas, 10 p.m. Eastern, and then Columbus and LA at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to go, so I think Winnipeg's going to win their game. I think Vancouver's going to win tonight. I think Vegas is going to win tonight, and I think I'm going to go a sneaky pick, underdog pick. I'm going to go for Columbus winning tonight, because why not? LA has not been great. Let's go for Lumbus. I'm going Lumbus tonight. Go Lumbus, go. Go Diego, go. How about go Lumbus, go? Just reading the news articles here. Rasmussen signs 4-year contract with Detroit. Devils may be in pursuit of a goalie. Hey, New Jersey, we'll give you Varlamov if you want. We should ditch Varlamov and give him to New Jersey. We'll take draft picks. Islanders, UBS Arena to host 2026 All-Star Game. Wow, look at that for the Islanders. Look at that. The Islanders are going to be hosting the 2026 All-Star Game. Very cool. They get an outdoor game and they get the All-Star Game. That's very crazy for an Islanders fan to hear. Jalen says, I'm new here and I don't want to be rude to your stream out of respect. I'm here listening to the play-by-play because of my bets on Prize Picks. Don't disrespect, brother. No disrespect, brother. Oh, Jalen. It's fine with me. The whole point of a watch-along is just to have a bit of a chat with you guys at home and we can all watch the game together. Yeah, if you want to listen to the play-by-play, by all means, turn the sound on the TV or listen on the radio like that. My job is not to play-by-play everything that's happening in the game. It's just to sit down, have a nice, lovely chat with you people at home and enjoy. But yeah, no hard feelings, of course. Then we got 10:44 to go in the third. 3-2 for the Islanders. Oh, good save by Nedeljkovic. Pajot with the chance. Nedeljkovic got the leg out. Dobson, shot gets blocked. Here's Romanov. Keeps it in the zone. And then Jalen says, I appreciate you, my man. Of course, Jalen. We're all friends here. We're all friends. Where'd that puck go? Oh, cameraman missed the job there. Good job, Barzy. Got it out. You got it out. But yeah, I cannot believe the All-Star Game is going to go to UBS Arena. That's very surprising to me. Of all places, UBS Arena. So, yeah. Is there a 2025 All-Star Weekend? Oh, that's right. There's not. That's right. Okay, yeah. So for next... Oh, they score! Mikey Riley out of the University of Minnesota gets it done for the Islanders. 4-2 lead. Huge goal. But you got to be careful, though. The Islanders have a tough time holding leads. But doesn't matter for the time being. 2-goal lead. 4th goal of the season for Mikey Riley out of Chanhassen, Minnesota. You love to see it. Yeah, Nedeljkovic. Show me the goal from behind, and I'll tell you if Nedeljkovic should have saved it. Yeah, I think Alex would probably want that goal back. Good shot, though. I'm not taking anything away from Mike Riley, but I think Nedeljkovic probably wanted to save that. Yeah. That's my expert opinion on that. I think Nedeljkovic should have done better there. Jalen says, how's your day going, bro? It's going pretty good, Jalen. I slept in today. I worked a lot yesterday. And I did lots of homework as well. Oh! What a save by Nedeljkovic on Brock. Keeping it 4-2. Easily could be a 5-2 game, but Alex Nedeljkovic keeps it 4-2. But yeah, very busy. Homework, I have school, I have work, a lot of things going on for me. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it. Happy to be here with everyone at home today watching this game. But yeah, I'm just a bit tired today because yesterday was long and I'm paying my dividends. Usually when you stay up late the night before and you're busy and whatever, then the next day you're super tired and fatigued. That's kind of how I feel today. I'm just like kind of energy-wise. Just feel kind of... And I'm sore as well from my workouts. I'm very sore today. Oh, they score! Oh, no. Oh, no. Lustanen. It's 4-3. Sorry, Puustinen. That's like a Russian Puss in Boots. Puustinen gets the goal, and it's 4-3 for... still the Islanders lead. It's 4-3. Second goal of the year for Puustinen. Puss in Boots. Puustinen in boots. But yeah, not good. Not good. We're going to look back at that Nedeljkovic save on Brock Nelson here. If Pittsburgh comes and ties this game up to make it 4-4. And this is my fear with the New York Islanders. They cannot hold on to a lead for the life of them. I say this time and time again. They couldn't hold on to a freaking balloon or a beach ball. They can't hold on to anything. They can't hold on to leads. So Pittsburgh definitely not out of this game. Plenty of time left. 7:45 to go. This is not looking good for the Islanders. I think they're going to blow it here. Like they did against the Rangers. Like they did against, name any other team. They did it against like Toronto, I think. They did it against like some other team. They do it against a lot of teams. So, we'll see. The only saving grace is that they have Ilya Sorokin in net. And if he can bail this team out again, it'd be crazy. But, again, I just think... I've seen this script time and time and time again. You know Pittsburgh. You just know it. You know what's coming. I just have a feeling. 7 minutes to go. Fuck off. Absolutely piss off. This team sucks. I'm sick of this team. I'm absolutely sick of this freaking team. Islanders are so bad defensively. They had a 3-1 lead, 4-2 lead. In a matter of 2 minutes, it's gone in the snap of a finger, and it's a 4-4 game. Piss off Patrick Roy and Lou Lamoriello and all of you bastards on the Islanders. Terrible. Besides Ilya Sorokin, you're the only person that I'm not going to shit on right now. Everyone else on this team is ass and crap. Is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And of course, it's average Anders Lee again. Goes off Anders Lee's skate in the net. Oh my gosh. Patrick Roy calls a timeout. Ridiculous. Goes off Anders Lee's skate in the back of the net. Ridiculous. That is so stupid. So stupid. Yeah, everybody at home, you're getting a bit of gold here. I normally don't get this pissed off when watching hockey, but this freaking team is so bad. They're so frustrated. This is why I don't watch the Islanders that much anymore. It's just, I know what's going to happen. You've seen the script over and over and over again. It's like watching the film Titanic over and over and over again. You know the Titanic's going to sink. You know what's going to happen. You know everybody's going to die. Same thing with the Islanders. You know they're going to get a lead. You know it's going to be late in the third, and they're going to blow it. It's the same script. It's the same Steven Spielberg script every single game. And it's just, I'm fed up with it. I'm so fed up with this team. And it's crazy. 2 years ago, this team was in the Eastern Conference Finals, or 3 years ago, in 2020 and 2021. They were literally a game away, 2 goals away from playing the Stanley Cup Final, and now we're in this situation because of Lou Lamoriello and company. And the owners don't know hockey enough to take Lou Lamoriello out of his job. Terrible. You gotta fire Lou. That's how it starts. That's how change starts. Lou needs to go, get out of this team. Give credit to Lou and Barry. They made the Islanders a respectable team when they first came in, but their sell-by date was 2020, 2021. They should have been gone by then. You need someone new to run this team into the future. It ain't the 1980s anymore. This ain't like 1990s hockey. The NHL is all about offense. We just need higher quality players, and we're not going to get it if we keep trading first-round picks every single trade deadline for players who are over 30. It is stupid. It doesn't work. It doesn't mean long-term success at all. It means we're going to stay as a mediocre team. We're not going to be the worst team in the league. We're not going to be the best team in the league. We're going to stay in the middle for the next decade, not get any better. We might make the playoffs. We might not. It's going to be a rough decade for Islander fans everywhere. It's going to be terrible. And it's just, I'm sick of it. I'm very sick of it. Enough of my rants. I'm done. I'm done ranting. I'm done ranting. You guys got a bit of gold there, because I normally don't. I'm not that pissed off normally. But it's terrible. I think it's just a combination of, they did this to me on Sunday against the Rangers. The Canucks did this to me last night, or yesterday, over the Wild. Bullshit game. 10-7 joke. Unbelievable joke. And then now, again, it's just terrible. My teams just can't play defense right now. Oh. But yeah, Jalen, my day was going okay. It was going better, but now it's not. Now it's going south. It's going very south and very quickly. And Jalen said, "Let's go New York." When Mike Riley scored, I was like, "Okay, wow, I might. This is pretty good." And then 2 minutes later, it's 4-4. And then Jalen saying, that's good, bro. I am in university, Jalen. I am in university, yes. I have 1 more year left at university, and then I'm probably going to go for my master's degree because why not? I'm already in school. 2 more years. What's that going to do to me? Get the master's, and then maybe try and find something then. It's kind of my plan. But yeah, for the time being, you do part-time jobs, you do side hustles, I do the streaming, I do work, whatever, so making money and then doing school. I also play hockey for fun still. I just started learning how to be a goalie. I'm self-taught. I've had no professional training. I've been doing it for about a year now. It's been really fun. And yeah, it's been great. I was a defenseman my whole life when I played in high school and when I was younger, and I did a little bit in college too, but that was right before COVID hit. COVID kind of ruined me playing hockey in college, unfortunately, but that's okay. I ended up me leading to the path that I'm on now, and very lucky. Are you in university, Jalen? I'm curious. Do you go to school? That's what I want to know. 5:40 to go. It looks like we're heading to overtime. And I tell you what, I said at the start of the stream, 5-4 Islanders win, because I said it'd be high scoring. It might come to fruition here. We might see it. I don't care. As long as the Islanders get 2 points, then I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, it should not be this hard. I mean, you have a 4-2 lead. In 2 minutes, it's gone. Jalen says, bro, no way. LMAO. I feel your pain. Yes. What team do you support, Jalen? Probably better than the Islanders. I'm a COVID grad, says Jalen. Yeah. Gotcha. So when COVID happened, I was in my... I started my second year. And then I took a gap year. I took like a year and a half off of school because I really wanted to play hockey in college. But it just never worked out, and I got fed up of waiting. No way. No way. Oh, O'Connor just missed. Wow. Still 4-4. O'Connor almost gave Pittsburgh the lead. We'll take a TV timeout. Oh my goodness me. 4-4 game, 4:29 to go. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But essentially my story, COVID kind of disrupted me for a year and a half. So I'm technically like a year and a half behind like my age. Like I'm obviously older than a normal junior or whatever. But it's just the nature of COVID and everything. So, and I do an online program. So it's not like I'm at a college or anything. So it's nice having the flexibility of doing an online thing. But I definitely do miss the in-person stuff, but it's worked out. It's definitely worked out, but yeah. Jalen says, I graduated school in 2020. That must have been interesting. Yeah, 2020 that was bizarre. That whole, like, sequence of events that happened were, like, March. I feel like we heard about COVID happening in, like, Asia somewhere. Like China, and I think South Korea was getting hit by COVID. And then I thought this was kind of be like the Zika virus or whatever in Africa, where Zika was a big thing in Africa, but it never came to the U.S., so I thought, oh, it's just another Zika. And then we got our first cases. I think New York was the kind of the big epicenter in the beginning, and like the West Coast as well. And I was like, oh shit, like it made it here. And then it started spreading like crazy, and then my school got shut down, which was like, hey, that's not... I mean, it's sad that people were getting sick and everything, but this, from a selfish perspective, I was kind of like, hey, no class, that's fine with me. that's not too shabby there. But yeah, very scary, very weird. That whole semester was bizarre, and then it was like the first week we had no classes, then the second week got canceled, and the third week got canceled, and then it was like we're switching to Zoom now, and then no one knew how to use Zoom classes. like teachers had no idea how to adjust their curriculum, so like we basically skipped a lot of major assignments, which was kind of nice. I didn't have to do like projects or anything. Just clutch. So yeah, honestly, I probably got better grades than what I would have gotten if COVID didn't hit. But that's the nature of it all and everything. So yeah, that was a weird time, and yeah, I feel like that was like 2 years of solid, like you had to be careful and wear a mask everywhere. And even I still played hockey, and they made us wear masks while playing hockey, which was brutal. I felt like I was suffocating. Shot by Barzy, saved by Nedeljkovic. But yeah, I'm glad that, I mean, COVID is still around, but it's not as strong as before. I'm just glad it's not, like, a big deal anymore. Thank goodness me, because that was brutal. And then Jalen says, I'm from Florida, so I support Florida Panthers through and through. Hey, that's a good team to support. Very good. They're a very good team. I cannot believe Florida made it to the finals last year. That was crazy. I did not expect that. But yeah, this season they're very good. Do you think, Jalen, they'll make it back to the finals? I think they have a legit shot if you look at the standings of who they'd play. I mean, if the playoffs started today, they'd play the 3 seed in the Atlantic, which would be Toronto. I think you beat Toronto easily, to be honest. And then you would play... Actually, no, you'd play the wild card team since you're first in the Atlantic. What am I thinking? So you would play the Tampa Bay... Well, no, the Rangers would get the worst team in Detroit, and then you would play Tampa Bay. I think you beat Tampa Bay easily, because Tampa Bay ain't the same Tampa Bay as before. And then you'd play the winner of Boston and Toronto, right? So I think if Boston wins, that's a tough matchup for you guys, because Boston in the playoffs is very stingy. Their style of play suits the playoffs perfectly in Boston. If you play Toronto, if Toronto somehow got past Boston, I think you're beating Toronto. And then you make it to the finals, and you're probably going to play... Who comes out of the Metro? The Rangers? Let's just say it's the Rangers. I mean, I'd take you over the Rangers, too, to be honest. So I think you could do it. There's definitely a path. Andrew says, hey, Grant, how's it going? I'm doing good, Andrew. The game's been frustrating as an Islanders fan, but it's been good for the neutral. How are you doing, Andrew? Game's been alright. Islanders had 3-1 leads and a 4-2 lead, and they've blown it to make it 4-4. What's new? LMAO, same. Talking about COVID, yes. Andrew said, this game's crazy. Saying every game's been crazy, Andrew. We had a 6-5 game on Sunday between the Islanders and the Rangers. We had a 10-7 game yesterday between the Canucks and Wild. And now we have a 4-4 game. What's going on? There's no goals. Goaltending's dead. Defense is dead. I don't know what's going on in the NHL. The influx of goals is crazy. I don't know what's going on. Johnny says, my daughter graduated from college in 2020, so she missed having a grad ceremony. I missed mine, too. I did not have a grad ceremony. Mine was all online. Because I did community college my first 2 years. So I graduated community college in 2020, then I transferred to a 4-year school to finish out. But yeah, I did not get my ceremony either, which is kind of nice, to be honest, because I'm not the type of person that likes being the center of attention on a stage, which is a bit ironic because I'm the center of attention right now on a live stream. A bit ironic. It's different, though. Like, this is totally different than being on a stage in front of people, like getting an award and diploma. That's not my scene. I just don't like, I just don't think it's that big a deal graduating college just for myself. For other people, it's a tremendous accomplishment, and that's great, but for me, it's not like something that I need to do in front of people on a stage. I'm fine. If they just mailed me my diploma in the mail and did nothing, that's fine with me. I don't need a ceremony. That's kind of how I feel. But yeah, so that wasn't too bad for me. And then Jalen says, I have all the most confidence in them making it there again. Yeah, I think you could easily see them in the finals again. Imagine a Florida Panther and Vancouver Canuck final. How great would that be? Alright, we could have a rematch. Vegas and Florida again. I could easily see that. Vegas and Florida part 2. Part 3. Part 2. Man, my voice is tired from that rant I did earlier. I should not have ranted. Jalen says, last year was a great year for all Florida teams. Miami Heat, Dolphins, Florida, Panthers. We all made it to the playoffs, but the Dolphins can never make it past the playoffs, it seems, every year. Yeah, the Dolphins are rough. I can't remember when last time the Dolphins were any decent in my lifetime. They used to be good with, like, Dan Marino, right? He was the quarterback when they won the Super Bowls. They used to be a powerhouse. But yeah, something's going on in Florida. You guys, you had Tampa Bay Lightning winning the Cups. Now you got the Panthers who might win a Cup here. Miami Heat. Very, very good year in Florida. What do we think, people? Do we sniff overtime? Don't do this to me. Don't score. Good save by Ilya. 21.7 to go. It is 4-4. Oh my goodness me. If this game goes to overtime, I just don't want a Panarin situation again where we lose in 10 seconds. I mean, what a joke that was. Thank you, Noah Dobson, again. Yeah, so apparently Cizikas is out with an injury. We don't know. 21.7 to go, a 4-4 game. Outside of the post for Puustinen. Puss in Boost's Russian cousin there, Puustinen. Puustinen in boots. Eller, where's the puck? Blockered away. And that will do it. We will head to overtime in Pittsburgh. Islanders had a 3-1 lead in the second and a 4-2 lead in the third period. They let it slip away. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? As an Islanders fan, we're all used to this script. We know what's going to happen. I compared it to the Titanic. This team was like watching the film Titanic. Every time you put the Titanic CD into your DVD player, you know exactly what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen to the Titanic. There's no like, oh, will the Titanic not hit the iceberg? No, it's always going to hit the bloody iceberg. Same with the New York Islanders. Every time I flip the TV on, I turn to the MSG network. I know what's going to happen with the Islanders. They're going to have a lead in the third period. They're going to blow it, and it's going to go to overtime. That's exactly what's going to happen, and that's what happened again today. So, yes, it's frustrating. Watching the New York Islanders is just like watching the movie Titanic. It's the same. What is going on, MSG? I have a black screen. Someone pressed the wrong button on MSG Network. But yeah, who do we think is going to score, first of all? Who's going to win? And I want player names. Who do we think is going to win? If the Islanders win, it's going to be Barzal. If Pittsburgh wins, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go Erik Karlsson. If Pittsburgh wins, because why not? Jalen Sane has Noah Dobson scored at all. He has not. To recap, Pettersson scored 1-0 for Pittsburgh. Brock scored 1-1 game. Barzal scored 2-1. Holmstrom scored 3-1. Lars Eller made it 3-2. Mike Riley made it 4-2. And then Puustinen and O'Connor with the goals late to tie it up. Yeah. So... And no assists either for Dobson. No assists as well. Yeah, Islanders 5-10 in overtime. I feel like they've had so many overtime games this year, the Islanders. So many overtime games because they cannot hold on to a lead. And then Jalen says yes. Who do we got, people, in overtime? Who do we got? I think Pittsburgh is going to win this game. I know I said the Islanders in my score prediction, but I think this is Pittsburgh's game to win. They have the momentum. Jalen says I need these picks to hit. I understand, Jalen. Money's on the line. I understand. I've never sports bet before because I want to save money. But I might give it a shot, like a small bet or something one day. But I hope this overtime's exciting. I hate when they play conservative the whole time and they pass the puck around and skate out of the zone. That's just so boring for me. I want end-to-end action. Like Barzal's going to skate out of the zone. Boring. Boring. Here's Horvat. Way offside. They skate it back again. Boring. 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 Here's Pelech. Oh, he scores! Adam Pelech! Of all people, Adam Pelech scores! Unbelievable. Well, my score prediction was right. I said 5-4 Islanders. Adam Pelech wins this game in overtime, walks right down Broadway, off the post it in. Best shot of his life right there. Beats Nedeljkovic. First goal of the year for Adam Pelech. Jalen, if you picked Adam Pelech to win this game tonight and score a goal, you probably would have won $1 million, my friends. Because the odds of that happening would have been 1,000,000 to 1. It's like seeing a shooting star. Pelech has scored in overtime, his first of the year, to win the game against the Islanders. And 2 points is 2 points. Big win for the Islanders. But again, terrible game. A blown lead again. Frustrating. It's just, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. All right, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. We got to wrap this game up. Yeah, Pelech gets the goal, assisted by Matthew Barzal. 5-4 Islanders. I was correct in my score prediction. Dabby doozy. Actually, let's take a look at the standings quick before we go. So standings, the Islanders now sit only 4 points back of Detroit for that last wild card spot. Pittsburgh, I mean, they're 8 points back. They need a big run. I think it's over for Pittsburgh, to be honest. But Islanders, big win. They still have a chance if they want to scrape into the playoffs. It doesn't matter if they do make the playoffs. They'll get bounced in the first round by either Florida or New York or Boston. They're not beating them in a 7-game series. You can piss off about that. That's not happening. So no matter what happens, I think the season will end here shortly for the Islanders, no matter what. I do not see them making a run at all. This recipe of blowing leads does not replicate in the playoffs at all. So, yeah, so wrap it up here, everybody. Jalen says, let's go. Thank you, Jalen and company, everybody. Andrew, Liam, Johnny. I can't name everybody, but those are people who... Jordan, C-Roy. Thank everybody for watching. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night. This was a very interesting game, 5-4 game, high scoring. What's new in the NHL now? 5-4 game for the Islanders. They get the win. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to THPN on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at hockeypodnet. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Grant Akeem. Follow me on Twitter, excuse me. My Twitter is at Grant Akeem. And if you do want to check out any of the content I put out on YouTube, you can head to my YouTube channel, at Grant Akeem is the handle, or type in the Grant Akeem YouTube channel on YouTube. I do gaming streams like FIFA, Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto, Fall Guys, etc. A bunch of games. We also do live watch-alongs just like this for various sporting events, so check it out if you're interested. Make sure you do hit the thumbs up button on this video and click the bell icon so you're notified whenever we do go live on the channel. And as always, thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at THPN. You make sure you use the promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. Also, One last thing, if you do want to help support the channel with a donation, you can do that through the live chat. Right, thank you again, and I always like to end my streams by saying it is a crazy world out there. I'm sending all my love from me to you and to everyone around the world who could use some extra love tonight or today. Hope we're doing well, hope we're doing okay, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and night. I will be back on THPN on Thursday night. That is an 8 p.m. Eastern Start Time. Islanders and St. Louis Blues. Be there or be square. Speak to you soon, everybody.
Say something.